OK， hello， 各位同學仔，大家好。咁唔好意思嚇，咁我哋遲咗幾分鐘嚇。咁首先好歡迎大家參加我哋社會科學院聯合招生課程嘅簡介會啦嚇。咁如果我哋用廣東話 O 唔 OK 啊？各位同學仔，如果大家想用翻英文嘅，咁可以喺 chat box 度打翻。OK， 咁咁一陣間咧，大家提問 Q&A 時間咧都可以喺 chat box 度打字咁問問題嘅嚇。咁我可能舉手，我唔知有冇舉手功能。咁如果見到我哋舉手咧，咁我哋可以 unmute 你嚇。咁但係可能大家打字 OK， 中英文都 OK 嘅。OK， 好咁我哋社會科學院聯合招生課程咧，我哋有6個主修課程嘅，咁係呢6個主修嘅聯合嘅一個招生嘅 program 啊，咁包括歐洲研究啦、地理全球及中國研究、政治及國際關係學、歷史同埋社會學呢6個主修課程嘅。我可能開翻個 point 好清楚啲。OK 咁咧咁其實今日咧有2個 session 嘅，咁朝頭早咧就係地理、政治同埋國際關係同埋歷史咧。就呢3個主修都介紹咗啦嚇，咁我哋而家咧就係晏晝3點鐘呢個 session 啦。咁首先我哋會有一個主修課程，即係我哋首先咧我哋會成個 board base 嘅簡介嘅，咁跟住咧就會邀請翻咧歐洲研究European Studies 全球及中國研究 Global and China Study 同埋社會學 Sociology 嘅同事咧介紹翻呢3個主修課程嘅。咁今日咧首先啦，啱先都講過啦，我哋先成個 program 介紹啦，跟住就3個主修課程啦。咁最後咧當然係戲肉啦，就可能大家同學仔都比較關心嘅，就我哋嘅入學要求。咁跟住咧如果入學要求大家仲有疑問咧咁亦可以通過我哋 Q&A 嘅時間咧進行提問嘅。今年嘅同學仔咧，可能要留意翻啦，即係由22到23年度開始咧，我哋有2個新嘅主修課2個主修課程咧，會加入我哋聯合招生。因為過往咧，可能你哋聽過我哋嘅課程，或者同師兄師姐傾過咁樣。過往咧，我哋係有4個主修課程嘅。咁今年咧，我哋有2個主修課程加入嚟，咁所以咧 total 咧就有6個嘅嚇。咁包括歐洲研究啦、法文及德文同埋全球及中國研究嘅。大家入嚟之後咧係一個聯合招生啦。咁第一年咧，其實大家咧就會有一個內容比較廣泛嘅社會科學知識訓練。咁大家知道翻咧社會科學係乜嘢嚇？咁大家可能有啲同學仔對社會科學認識比較少，咁可能通過呢啲訓練咧，等大家知道翻咩叫社會科學。咁同埋呢6個主修課程咧，咁可能大家有啲課程可能大家比較熟悉，有啲可能比較陌生咁都俾大家有個接觸，知道翻呢6個主修課程係學乜嘢嘅，咁建立翻呢個入讀主修之前嘅學習嘅基礎。咁喺啱啱入嚟嘅 Year 1嘅同學仔咧，咁除咗上堂之外啦，咁其實我哋有好多活動嘅，好多 advising activities 我哋叫啟導活動啦。咁其實咧就係會有我哋各個主修課程組織同埋舉行嘅活動啦。譬如我可見到啲相啦，其實就係我哋啲課程嘅老師啦，同埋師兄社啦，當然最緊要啦就係 Year 1嘅同學仔啦，參與嘅活動啦。咁見到其實我一啲比較 casual 嘅形式啦，咁唔一定喺班房度，可能出去或者參觀一啲地方嘅時候咧，咁大家對主修課程有更加多嘅理解啦，亦都了解翻個課程嘅老師啦，嗰個同埋啲師兄師姐嘅情況啦，咁可能通過呢啲咁嘅比較casual 少少嘅形式咧，咁大家可能會更加有啟發或者可以發掘翻自己對邊啲 major 咧係會有興趣嘅。咁亦都係提供翻咧，通過一啲學生聯會嘅活動咧，為同學咧提供翻朋輩間嘅支持同埋聯繫啦，識多啲新朋友仔啦，呢個都非常之緊要嘅。我哋成個 program 咧要同學咧收夠咧128個學分嘅。咁呢個就6個主修嘅。 歐洲研究咧係見到咧佢同另外5個主修嘅結構嗰個 unit 嘅 distribution 有少少唔一樣啦，但係都係呢四嚿嘢啦，4個類型嘅 course 啦，包括我哋嘅 social science common core 跟住咧第2個非常之重要啦，就係我哋嘅 major 啦，咁當然包括 major required 同 major elective。咁第3個咧就我哋 general education， 咁其他咧就係 elective 咁樣嘅呢4個主要嘅課程courses。咁一陣間我哋會介紹翻點解歐洲研究咧嗰個課程結構咧係同其他5個主修課程唔一樣嘅。咁佢呢個歐洲研究課程咧係有佢嘅特色嘅咁一陣間我哋嘅同事咧都會詳細同大家講嘅。咁我哋嘅核心課程咧主要係社會科學初探啦，對於 Year 1嘅同學仔咁亦都有其他譬如中文、英文通識等等嘅科目咧，俾大家修讀嘅。咁呢個就我哋3個社會科學核心科目啦。對於 Year 1嘅同學仔咧，就呢個叫做社會科學初探嘅核心課程。咁主要等啲同學仔咧可以廣泛咁認識翻社會科學嘅性質啦、基本學説研究方法同埋發展嘅。咁到 Year 3或者 Year 4嘅時候咧，我哋亦都有另外2個咧課程啦。我哋呢2課程咧着重翻叫體驗式學習即係唔係話坐喺班房度咧你就可以上呢2科啦。咁其實咧係大家咧係要喺社會啦、社區啦呢啲校外嘅學習機會啦，譬如話做實習啦、工作實習啦或者研究實習等等嘅機會啦。呢個就係社會及公民參與呢個 course 啦。咁或者咧我哋亦都鼓勵同學咧參與啲non-local 嘅學習嘅體驗啦。可以參加啲非本地嘅活動啦，譬如義工實地考察等等嘅。咁呢就係呢2個核心科呢3個核心科目啦。咁即係我哋 faculty 咧非常之鼓勵同學啦會參加多啲我哋叫 off-campus 嘅校園外嘅一啲學習嘅機會特別喺呢4年入邊成為一個全人嘅教育啦咁所以我哋都有一啲 support 嘅，譬如我哋有social science internship 啦，一個非常好嘅 platform 咧，等啲同學仔咧幫助翻同學仔咧參與啦呢啲校園外嘅學習機會咁樣。咁我哋 faculty 咧亦都有唔同類型嘅獎學金啦例如即係譬如呢個係學院優秀學生入學獎學金計劃啦。咁呢個係專門 for Year 1嘅學生，對於JUPAS 成績DSE 成績特別好嘅學生咧，咁我哋咧就會有1年Year 1嘅學費啦。咁呢個獎勵嘅。咁亦都另外一個咧就都係俾 Year 1入學成績比較好嘅學生啦，咁就社會科學院嘅補助入學獎學金。咁入嚟之後咧，咁我哋都鼓勵大家認真學習或者係參與到唔同類型嘅活動當中啦，所以我哋都有即係有唔同類型嘅獎學金俾大家嘅。譬如學術優異啦，咁即係獎勵翻喺1年first year 入邊咧學術成績咧優秀嘅學生啦。咁亦都有啲同學可能會比較熱衷於社會嘅服務啦，咁我哋都有表揚翻同學嗰個喺社會服務嘅 achievement 啦，咁有社會服務獎學金啦。亦都鼓勵同學國際交流啦，所以有國際交流獎學金啦。咁亦都有呢個另外一個黃美育英社科新嘅海外交流獎學金。咁所以見到我哋有唔同類嘅獎學金咧，覆蓋翻唔同方面啦，因為唔同嘅同學仔有佢自己有興趣嘅地方啦，或者係做得好嘅地方啦。咁我哋都有唔同嘅獎學金鼓勵同學嘅。咁大家可能比較關心嘅一樣嘢咧，就係我聯合招生入咗嚟，咁我哋究竟點樣揀主修課程咧？咁我哋有6個主修課程嘅。咁其中5個咧包括咧全球及中國研究啦、地理、政治及國際關係學、歷史同埋社會學。對呢5個主修課程有興趣嘅同學仔咧，就會喺下一年嘅6月中啦。咁通常6月中咧，我哋已經將成績咧即係發放俾同學仔㗎，咁就可以提交申請。咁喺呢5個 major 入邊咧，我哋同學仔根據優先次序咧填2個。OK， 咁呢個就係一個申請嘅過程啦。咁我哋會考慮翻 主要咧即係同學仔嘅興趣啦，咁亦都同埋學習嘅 GPA 啦，咁每個主修課程咧，咁其實都去到有各自嘅一啲考慮嘅嚇。咁當然最緊要就係大家嘅興趣嚇，優先次序啦，同埋 GPA 嘅嚇。咁對於歐洲研究咧，有興趣嘅同學仔咧就要留意啦嚇。咁歐洲研究咧係因為佢個課程非常之緊湊。佢有非常有密集嘅法文同德文嘅語言訓練啦。咁第3年嘅時候咧，必須到法國、德國同埋奧地利咧完成1年嘅學術交流同埋專業實習嘅，所以係一個非常之緊湊嘅課程啊。咁所以咧歐洲研究嘅同學仔咧就會喺第1個學期，即係上學期嘅時候咧就要提交申請啦嚇。咁留意翻啦嚇，咁有興趣嘅同學仔咧就要出席咧歐洲研究主修課程安排嘅 interview 嚇，當然係入咗嚟之後啦嚇，之後舉行嘅 interview 嚟嘅嚇。咁如果大家即係成功申請咗歐洲研究同學仔咧，就會喺第1年嘅下學期咧就開始修讀翻歐洲研究嘅主修課程啊。咁如果話唔好彩咁樣入唔到點算咧？咁都唔使擔心嘅。咁喺6月中咧，可以即係同其他同學仔一樣咧，參加另外5個主修課程嘅嗰個選修課程嘅安排，即係優先次序填翻2個 option 咁樣。OK， 咁呢個就我哋嘅一個主修課程申請嘅安排啦。咁跟住咧，我會邀請翻咧呢3個主修課程嘅同事啦，介紹翻佢哋嘅主修課程。咁首先我會邀請翻歐洲研究啦。So now may I invite Dr. Chen and Fabian to introduce European Studies, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lee. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Emily Tran, the Director of European Studies and the Coordinator of the French stream. I'm delighted to present our program to you in the good company of my good colleague, Mr. Fabian Retzer, who is the coordinator of the German stream. So as we say in French, bonjour.
Ja, guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Fabian.
Yes, and we would like to start with a little advanced Q&A part between Emily and myself to discuss some of the most crucial questions. So Emily, I'd like to ask you, who do we actually attract in European studies?
Well, Fabian, in our program, we attract students who are language enthusiasts. So basically, you want to learn about European language, specifically either French or German. We also attract students who are curious about European affairs. So you want to know more about the culture in Europe, the politics in Europe, social economic issues. You are most welcome to our program. So Fabian, let me ask you, what do we train our students for?
Yeah, at European Studies, we do lay groundwork for you to begin your attractive professional or academic career with a great international mindset and an international perspective. And Hong Kong understands itself as an East meets West center for intercultural or international cultural exchange. And with your degree, you'll be able to play a major part in that. Yeah. Emily, how do we train our students to reach these objectives?
Well, those are very ambitious objectives, Fabian, and we have plenty of methodologies to apply to you inside the classroom. We have small size classroom to enhance our hard skills and soft skills. What does that mean? Hard skills means you will learn to speak fluently a European language. You will know about their social economic affairs and cultural background. But also soft skills, meaning that you will become effective communicators. So you will be cross-cultural communicators, very much at ease in the Chinese or Asian settings, but also in any European settings. So Fabian, maybe the last question to you. Yes, so after 4 years in our program, what do our graduates do?
Yeah, a lot of our graduates indeed work in local government and also international government organizations and NGOs, so non-government organizations, but many of our graduates also find very attractive employment in management, marketing, communications, public relations, and also academics, particularly in German and French companies. We can see that here, but also in major international companies. And those that develop a passion for the academics can, of course, also enroll in postgraduate programs, master's programs across the entire planet, but particularly in French and German-speaking countries, because with your skills that you learn from the European studies, you can you're ready for such ventures. Yeah. Okay, let us look at the program structure a little bit. A few things have already been said, so we don't go too much into detail, but you can see a basic overview here. In year one, this is our foundation stage. We give you intensive language training and introduce you to various social science areas such as history, politics, social affairs, and also culture. In our year two, we have a little highlight here. In our year two, we focus on these aspects, on these fields, and we deepen knowledge and advance your skills in those areas. Allow me to say that one particular attractive part is that we send our students to attend summer language and cultural courses in France or Germany between year one and year two, or between year two and year three. And the department covers the costs of those course fees. In your third year, that is a year of total immersion, and you'll spend that year in France, Germany, Austria, and we should also add Canada, because from this year on, we have another partner institution in French-speaking Canada. And in your year three, you are very autonomous in the selection of your partner universities and the exact area of your studies. Your final year, your year four, referred to as specialization. Now you're back in Hong Kong for your advanced area studies, and all your courses are now taught, all your courses means also content courses are now taught in either French or German. And amongst others, you also write an honors project similar to a bachelor thesis in your target language. The European studies also comprises a lot of teaching and learning activities in and outside the classroom, and I just want to highlight a few. Beginning here on the left side, we have, as Emily already said, small size classes, and we actively practice CLIL. That means non-language content is taught in French or German. We are also proud of our self-access learning unit. You can see a small image here on the lower left corner. The SALU, which is a little bit like a French-German media library, you can say. It holds a rich collection of French and German media, features student workspaces, it has multimedia computers, and even a little movie theater. Our students also benefit greatly from e-exchange projects with our overseas partners that simply help, again, strengthen your language skills and to prepare for language certificate examinations, amongst others. We jump to the right side just to point out some activities here outside the classroom. We've completed very successful projects, host families. That means students meet European or EU families here in Hong Kong for language and cultural exchanges. Not to forget, our students also benefit greatly from our strong links with, amongst others, the Goethe Institute, the Alliance Française, German and French consulates, and the Chambers of Commerce. And those strong links also help us to always be up to date with latest developments in the job market, and that helps you as our students, potential students, to adjust to the ever-changing job market. Talks and conferences. Yes, on a regular basis, European Studies also welcomes renowned and also emerging artists from various fields of life. So as an ES, as a European Studies student, you'll be able to talk to writers, film directors, musicians, cartoonists, and many more from Europe and the Greater Bay Area. And that happens right here on campus if the conditions allow, and also at exclusive locations across Hong Kong. And it goes without saying, I hope that we don't only train you academically, but we engage you in various different cultural and cross-cultural learning activities. Our students, for example, get to participate in a number of hands-on workshops here on campus, such as, you can see that in the top left corner, such as EU-style food and wine tasting events. And in this way, students will learn to understand the European culture and develop useful cultural and social soft skills. And then I'll pass on to Emily.
Thank you, Fabian. We also take our students to a number of cultural visits. You can see here a number of exhibitions. We do that several times a year. It's always a fun moment. We are very fortunate in Hong Kong to be an international art city. So we have plenty of exhibitions, art exhibition, but also live performance. And we take our students to attend all those cultural visits. In addition to cultural visits, we also have other activities such as the company visits and career talks, which are very prominent in the final year. So in your fourth year, in one of the courses in the German stream and French stream, every week we take you to visit a European company or organization in various sectors, in the media, publishing, community services, cultures, art, but also in the retail sector. We take you also to meet the CEO of organization, multinational organizations from Europe. So all this settled in Hong Kong. And those visits are a great opportunity for our students to send in their CV and then to land on the nice job upon graduation. So this is really embedded in the European Studies program. We ensure our students get a nice job using French or German after their graduation. We also want our students to do hands-on activities such as curating exhibitions. Our students so become curators and they put up exhibitions open to the wider public. It means that upon graduation on your CV, you have all these soft skills on hand and you can continue to brush up your French and German language skills by doing all these activities, including curating your own exhibition. Lastly, but not the least, we also want our students to be mindful of the community, and we engage our students into service learning, and because we are European studies, into transnational service learning. So we associate with NGOs in Hong Kong built by Europeans, but we also go with our students to Europe and then work with NGOs in Europe so that our students continue to learn about the socioeconomic challenges of Europeans, but also residents of Hong Kong, and how the region and other European countries can help through these caritative activities. Lastly, a nice feature of the European Studies program is indeed that we have so far, and it's growing, 2 combined degrees so far for the French stream only. So if you come to European Studies and you join the French stream, you have the possibility to get another degree from a prestigious French institution, and just within 5 years you are able to get our bachelor degree in European Studies and the master degree from Sciences Po in Bordeaux or Sciences Po in Lyon. So you will tell more about this when you come into our campus and during our orientation. In the interest of time, I am going to stop here, but Fabian and myself, thank you for your kind attention, and we remain at your disposal for your questions. Don't hesitate to visit our Facebook pages. You have the QR code here, as well as our department website. Thank you all. Thank you, Fabian.
Thank you. Danke.
Merci.
Tschüss.
Au revoir.
Thank you, Dr. Chen and Fabian. So now may I invite Dr. Yu to introduce global and China study. Fabian,
sure. Give me a second.
Could you stop sharing? Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yu Wei Lit. I am a lecturer on the Global and China Studies program. So I'm going to kind of start by going straight into probably the first question you might have about the major Global and China Studies, which is what can you get out of it? And by telling you what you can get out of this program, you also get to know what we are all about, what the program aims to help you learn. So first of all, Global and China Studies is a transdisciplinary, offers a transdisciplinary curriculum. That means we are not rigidly bound by a particular discipline. So when you come into the program, our main focus is about China's transformation in a changing world. We are very much interested as well in the social, political, economic, and cultural processes of globalization. So discipline is of a secondary concern. Our main focus is trying to understand these key questions about the world, about globalization, and about China in this changing and challenging international order. So therefore, when you come into our program, you get to read texts from political science, human geography, history, sociology, and other social science disciplines, right? So it's a transdisciplinary curriculum, right? Whichever that gets you a better idea, a better understanding of China and the world. And on that note, I should also perhaps tell you, you could probably sum up our program with the nice motto of China in the world and the world in China. And Hong Kong is, where else would be the better place to learn about these particular questions, given Hong Kong is a global city that also offers a valuable window into the internal dynamics of China. In addition to those, academic, intellectual questions, we also obviously are interested in the practical skills that you might get out of the program, which is language skills. And I'm sure the European studies kind of really hammer down this theme in terms of how language is key for your training and for your competency when you get out and try to look for jobs. And so in our program, we have a language, Putonghua learning scheme that is offered in the summer of year 2. And incidentally, next week, that particular language training will start, and this is offered by Tsinghua University in Beijing. So therefore, you get to have intensive class over the summer. You get to learn about not just Putonghua, but also actually learn about research skills. How do you conduct research in Beijing? How do you conduct research even in Hong Kong? And because there are specific courses that are meant to help you in terms of honing your research skills, allowing you to not just learn about, but also try to analyze and practice in global affairs and China's development. And one major feature of our program is experiential learning. So we have specific courses in our program that have, there are essentially experiential learning courses. Meaning you will get exposure, you will actually get out of the classroom and go into mainland China and go to overseas. You get a learning opportunity that isn't just a one-day trip, but often lasts for several weeks, if not 5 weeks, all right? And we believe that by giving you opportunities for experiential learning, you will it will inculcate your cosmopolitan spirit and intercultural competency, because we believe in our program we dedicate our program to trying to build up global citizens, right? You are not someone who is only interested in local affairs, but you're able to think globally, think about the global issues, and thinking about acting locally in order to contribute to the improvement or resolution of these global issues. And so on experiential learning, this slide will sort of give you a bit more detail on how these experiential learning components happen in our program. So first of all, there is the summer surgeon 2. So we have 2 summer surgeons. So the second summer surgeon takes place in year 3, the summer of year 3. And this means you get an opportunity to go to Europe. So we have a plan to bring our year 3 students to Poland and to Germany. So, in those 2 places, they'll get to spend about a month there, learning, having cultural exchange and academic exchanges with the people there. In addition to that, there's also the Global China Work Placement, essentially a form of internship that we are arranging that allows you to expand your horizon beyond just Hong Kong. You get to get internship opportunities in Shanghai, in Japan, and even in Southeast Asia, and of course in other places too. And so in addition to that, there is also an experiential learning opportunity that is meant to help you understand a changing China. And this is where the first summer surgeon will come in. So because we're going to bring you to Beijing, you're going to be there for 4 to 5 weeks. In addition to learning Putonghua, you also get to attend seminars that are offered and organized by Tsinghua University in Beijing. And also you get to do hands-on research, going into the field and talk to people and try to do some mini research and try to showcase your understanding of China. And of course, the work placement program, especially if you are interested in China, it will give you a foothold in that particular region too. And of course, when it comes to language and research skill training, our experiential learning courses would come in the form of the summer surgeon, as I said, the Putonghua learning, as well as research fellowship, which are dedicated courses to research, social science research. So this is how our major is structured. So the purple stuff on the right side are quite has already been spoken about earlier when it comes to in addition to some core courses and units that you have to take for the general education and social sciences, you also get to sort of pick up some free electives, whether they are offered by the arts department, the communications department. So what probably should interest you more is the GCS side of things. So in addition to taking 36 units of core courses, you also get to do 24 units of GCS electives. So these electives are actually offered by various social science departments. So if you're interested in, say, a course that is already officially listed in the program, so these are courses that are offered by, say, the history department, the sociology department, the GIS department. So it is it kind of sort of goes into our idea of a transdisciplinary learning, right? So when it comes to our GCS course, we have the global studies theory. So these are 9 units of them all. So there are 9 units that are focused on global studies because it is in our name. So there'll be one part about global studies, and then the other part is about China. So this is where the other 9 units about global China will be about, right? So you take 18 units that cover the basics of global studies and global China. And then another 9 units on research skills, in addition to the summer surgeon I mentioned already, that takes up about 3 units. And then the honors projects requirement, that's another 3 units. So together, all this constitutes the core courses of global and China studies program. So other than that, you will get to do experiential learning and other electives. So this fall under the umbrella of the GCS electives, right? So these would, it's completely up to you. But our GCS electives will cover 4 themes, right? So they cover foreign relations and politics, innovation, economics and development, cultural heritage and communities, people, city environment, and resources. And all these themes are covered by other social science departments. As I said, so, you can, just because you come into our program, you wouldn't, that doesn't mean you wouldn't get a chance to study something that is offered by say the history department, right? If that is where your interest lies, right? So you get to cover all these themes in our program, right? So what are your job prospects once you come out of our program? Well, these are the various lines of works you can consider going in, because our program offers you knowledge of political economy, it offers you knowledge of Putonghua competency, it offers you intercultural exposure to Europe. So it would sort of give you a huge advantage if you want to say get into tourism and marketing. You have the fantastic notion of what is sustainability. You have taken a course on cultural heritage in China. So all these courses are meant to help you get a leg up when it comes to taking your careers in these various sectors. All right. So this is something that I'll sort of try to end on, which is, this is in case you're very much interested in our program and how you should sort of proceed when it comes to this particular program. You choose your bachelor, and then when it comes to major, just pick us when it comes to global and China studies, right? That happens after year 1. And so these are our first cohort. And so yeah, they seem happy, so you might want to join them. Your so-called Xiheng and Xijie, right? And we also have a GCS Student Society. So here they're having fun. So you might want to also have a bit of fun with them too. So this is our contact information. We have an administrative staff with us today as well, Ms. Yanis. So if you do have questions later on, please save the questions later at the end. So we will try to address them. You may sort of ask them in Cantonese or English. So feel free to ask away any questions if you have any. And of course, our email address is gcst@hkbu.edu.hk. If you have further questions, 2 weeks later, email that. So please do contact us. Right. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for your attention. I will pass this on to the next presenter.
Thank you, Dr. Yu. Now may I invite Dr. Chen to introduce sociology.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. Can I share the screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. You see it, right?
Right.
Yes. OK， 大家好，我用廣東話，好嘛？咁就想俾大家喺10分鐘裏面了解一下究竟社會學係啲咩嘅嘢。咁首先我介紹自己啦，咁我叫陳國成嘅，咁就會10分鐘裏面俾大家認識究竟社會學做啲乜嘢啦，佢要求啲乜嘢啦，同埋嚟緊如果你真係讀社會學嘅話，究竟其實你會接觸到啲咩嘅範疇嘅學科嘅嘢。咁同埋大家會關心就係讀完社會學之後究竟有咩做啦，係咪？咁所以我哋都會同大家分享下我哋過往一啲嘅數據嘅。好啦，咁俾大家睇一睇先，呢個就係我哋同事啦，裡面嘅教學團隊。咁究竟咩叫社會學咧？咁我估好多同學仔未必識喎，因為都未讀過啦，係咪都未聽過甚至。咁有啲可能甚至會覺得就社會學係咪即係社會工作或者所謂 social work 嘅？咁當然唔係啦。咁所以就唔緊要，今日個時間主要我想話俾大家聽，究竟社會學係啲咩嘅東西嘅嘢。咁其實社會學最重要做咩咧？其實咩就係我哋要研究咩就係我哋嘅生活，日常嘅生活 everyday life， 同埋社會轉變啦，同埋我哋嘅人類行為嘅因果關係嘅嘢。咁所以我哋研究咪就係一個社會裏面啲人究竟其實佢哋嘅生活係點樣嘅？佢哋做緊啲咩嘅嘢？點解會係咁嘅咧？會帶嚟咩嘅一啲嘅後果？我哋會睇啲咩咧？就係喺個人類社會裏面，我哋創造咗嗰啲嘅團體，唔同類型嘅團體，包括咩？可能家庭啦，包括唔同嘅所謂啲嘅club 啦、組織啦。咁究竟其實佢哋啲結構係點樣嘅？咁喺呢個唔同嘅群體結構裏面，究竟其實我哋啲人係點樣去互動嘅？譬如你睇幅相，如果社會學話俾你聽，我哋可以點樣解釋呢個現象咧？咁我哋要了解好多關於中國除咗歷史、 呢批嘅人究竟其實佢哋會做啲咩？點解會做呢啲咁嘅嘢嘅咧？好啦，咁社會學咧其實有唔同嘅方法嘅喎。我哋所謂嘅 sociological approach， 咁有主要係3個大範疇嘅。咁第一個咧就係我哋要比較批判啦 ，critical。我諗呢個同學仔都唔會太陌生呢個字啊 ，critical 啊，我哋 critical thinking。咁我哋係鼓勵學生就咩？就要咩？要成日都要問問題，問一啲佢哋喺生活裏面佢哋成日啲理所當然嘅一啲嘅東西嚟。我哋覺得不以為然嘅，無論你嘅生活啦、你嘅信仰啦、你嘅行為啦。而我哋覺得咩就係要採取一個比較一個批判嘅對象，了解點解會係咁，而唔係一個所謂理所當然係咁噶啦，係咪？即係等於我哋唔會起身洗面、刷牙、食早餐、返學，係嘛？咁其實呢啲唔係理所當然喎，呢個係我哋嘅社會即係安排咗我哋要做啲咩嘅嘢，同埋我哋係點樣去一個社教化過程裏面，將我哋一啲世世代代學到嘅嘢傳落俾下一代。咁所以我哋所有嘅行為全部都有一啲規律、有啲規範喺度，有啲約束喺度。咁我哋想知道究竟其實呢啲係啲咩嘅嘢啊？咁呢啲點樣令到我哋睇到啲人類嘅一啲嘅集體嘅行為啦？佢有佢嘅一啲嘅所謂嘅 pattern， 亦都有佢所謂嘅一啲嘅 diversity 多樣性。咁所以第一個 approach 嘅咩就係 critical， 係啦，即係我哋唔好成日覺得自己問埋啲好似一啲好蠢嘅問題，但係啲好蠢嘅問題亦都最重要就係令到我哋了解一啲好深層次一啲嘅現象嘅嘢。等於好似打電話，咁樣我諗下就今日我哋打電話，可能好同學仔都未必有呢啲咁嘅電話喺屋企係嘛？我哋用 iPhone 就得啦，手提電話啊。咁手提電話問，咁手提電話究竟點樣影響我哋嘅生活咧？點樣影響我哋嘅社會活動互動關係咧？點樣影響我哋去想像個所謂嘅空間，想像一個所謂嘅一啲嘅親密性？想像我哋呢啲所謂一啲可能從來都未去過嘅地方，但係我哋可以通過一個媒體、一個 platform、一個平台去體驗所謂 experience。咁究竟呢啲現象對於我哋嘅所謂嘅行為、一啲嘅社會現象有啲咩嘅一啲嘅理解咧？可以有啲咩更加多深入嘅一啲嘅認識咧？好啦，第二就係我哋有想像力 ，imaginative。我哋希望個課程幫學生點樣啊？去發掘探索一啲睇嚟好似冇乜關係嘅嘢，即係好似抽絲剝繭去揾一啲我哋見到一啲背後裡面一啲相互嘅關係嘅嘢。所以我哋所謂嘅 sociological imagination， 一個好出名嘅一個社會學家 Cyril Mills， 佢就講就係我哋點樣用唔同嘅角度去睇一個問題。嗱，譬如好似我哋講 obesity， OK， 譬如我哋講癡肥呢個問題，究竟其實佢係一個個人嘅問題啊，定係一個公眾嘅議題咧，係嘛？你睇幅圖，你覺得哇，咁你食嘢自己食得多，咩都食，咁呢個覺得好似純粹個人嘅一啲個所謂嘅興趣、個人嘅一啲嘅選擇。但係你見到其實當我哋去了解一個個人行為嘅後邊，其實點樣聯繫到呢樣嘢係成一個社會嘅議題？因為可能唔係淨係單獨一個人嘅問題，佢可能係一群嘅人。喺某特定嘅時間、某特定嘅社會經濟背景、某特定嘅社區國家裏面出現嘅時候，佢呢個所謂集體嘅現象就似乎唔係一個純粹係一個個人嘅問題嚟嘅，而係一個咩？一個公眾議題嚟嘅。佢牽涉到唔係一個所謂嘅個人嘅所謂咩身體審美係嘛？喂，靚唔靚仔係嘛？或者靚唔靚女，而係話咦呢個 health 呢個健康呢個議題唔係純粹個人嘅。可能同你嘅屋企人有關係，同個社區有關係，同個政府有關係係嘛？甚至同全球都有關係嘅嘢。譬如我哋講而家講 hygiene 啊，講衞生食物，我哋講 food poisoning 啊，食物中毒。咁呢啲嘢我哋牽涉到嘅唔係一個個人一個單獨嘅一個事件嘅嘢，唔係個人一個問題，而一個現象。呢個現象可以係一個集體，甚至係一個國家全球化嘅嘢。咁我哋希望喺呢個訓練裏面點樣增強同學仔嘅思考力、想像力。第三就 engage 參與啦。咁我哋希望同學仔咧讀咗啲科之後點樣就係佢能夠參與嘅社區，佢學嘅嘢喺課室裏面學到嘅嘢、學到嘅理論、學到嘅方法，點樣能夠應用喺佢哋日常嘅生活社區裏面。我哋所謂回饋啦，帶翻去個社區裏面。譬如我哋好多同學仔都會有個經驗啦，就咩？ 去做服務啦，係嘛？咁我哋學咗好多嘅理論，學咗啲嘅方法嘅時候，咁我哋點樣將呢啲嘢可以用喺我哋日常嘅生活裏面，同我哋有日常生活有密切關係嘅人啦，係咪？甚至係點樣幫助？你見到佢一個社會學家，佢研究農業嘅，佢點樣將研究到農業嘅一啲嘅理論、一啲嘅認識，可以應用喺一啲實質裏面生產過程裏面，或者我哋研究咗貧窮，點樣可以去啲山區裏面，點樣更加認識究竟其實嗰啲貧困嘅原因，究竟其實有啲咩嘅結構性嘅因素？咁我哋去思考點樣可以點樣將佢改變。所以社會學本身就係一種工具，我哋變成啲工具，幫我哋去點樣去可以改善、改進我哋嘅社會，令到個社會點樣啊？無論生活水平啦、質素啦，點樣啊，會越嚟越好。好，咁社會學好多分科嘅，咁有啲咩咧？譬如話，我哋興趣研究人類嘅行為嘛，犯罪嘅行為、叛逆嘅行為嘅，我哋有咩所謂嘅 criminology 宗教嘅 ，OK， 我哋有社會學宗教社會學，研究經濟活動行為嘅 economic sociology， 研究專係研究城市嘅，或者研究農村嘅，我哋有 urban sociology、rural sociology， 專研究人口嘅，譬如研究老年人問題啦、流動性問題啦、分層啦，譬如點解某個區係集中係一啲特定嘅社會階層咧？我哋有 sociology of demography， 研究婦女主義嘅 feminist。性別平等、權力呢個大家聽得多，賦權係嘛？甚至研究 law 嘅法律，究竟其實點樣同權力、同階級、同所謂唔同嘅族群究竟嘅關係點咧？去研究 law 啦。工業社會學大家好清楚啦，工業社會裏面究竟其實我哋講緊所謂生產、所謂勞資關係、所謂資本主義，究竟其實可以點樣去深入更加多嘅認識咧？Environmental sociology 好啦，研究我哋咩就係環境啦，係嘛？我哋個社會點樣，我哋人點樣同環境去互動，咁我哋產生好多一啲嘅結果，點樣改變緊個環境，而環境又點樣同一時間就會反映翻喺我哋日常嘅生活同埋日常嘅態度裏面，同埋研究咩 leisure 閒下嘅，我哋生活除咗做嘢之外、讀書之外，仲有咩啊？就係要玩啊嘛，咁有啲會研究關於 entertainment、recreation 嘅東西嘅嘢，打機啦，我哋有同事研究關於打機啦、跳街舞啦，係嘛？咁佢會研究究竟其實呢啲同個人類嘅政治、文化、經濟有啲咩關係，甚至同身份認同有咩關係？好啦，咁我哋教育學究竟有啲咩嘅即係重點咧？第一隻咩就性別、家庭同埋即係生命歷程。呢個係我哋其中一個即係研究同埋教育嘅一個範疇。第二就社會網絡同埋不平等。好多時候同學仔聽咩就係中國社會我哋講咩關係，有啲其實 network 唔係淨係中國有嘅，人類嘅社會裏面一定有嘅。個 network 點樣嚟嘅咧？點樣運作嘅咧？點樣變化嘅咧？點樣產生啲平等不平等嘅問題咧？仲有全球化同埋社會變遷啦，呢個係一個好 hot 嘅議題，大家都應該喺高中裏面都會讀得好多啦。另外就係文化同呢個身份認同，呢個亦都係我諗呢10幾20年大家好關注嘅一啲嘅議題嚟。除咗讀書之外，仲有咩？就係我哋啲所謂嘅喺校外一啲嘅即係學習嘅機會啦。其中一個咩就係我哋同英國嘅 Bristol，OK，UWE University of the West of England 有一個經常嘅一個交流嘅活動嘅，每年都會有學生，我哋嘅學生係去嗰邊咧上堂，咁對方亦都會派翻幾個學生過嚟實習啦。咁呢個除咗係學院之外，我哋每個department本身都有唔同嘅啲實習嘅 partnership，OK， 俾同學仔去學，甚至老師帶 field trip 啦，譬如好似我帶去平心默默經去講咩？去講同歷史、權力、性別嘅關係嘅嘢，咁希望將我哋學到嘅嘢點樣喺我哋人生裏面點樣睇得到，係嘛？同埋點樣見到佢嘅傳承變化。好啦，大家最關心嘅就係喂，究竟其實讀完之後有啲乜嘢做啊嘛？係咪？因為大家都關心嘅嘢，喂讀咗之後，咁 咁如果冇嘢做，咁點搞咧？咁樣嗱，咁我首先想花少少時間俾大家就係，我呢一年揾到一個嘅一個 blog， 咁就係一個喺加州大學教小學嘅一個教授 Chris Smith， 佢個 blog 就寫咗一段嘢，我都幾得意就係佢話講21世紀嘅勞動市場會係啲咩？就係轉變好快，全球化嘅，同埋咧係一個 technology driven， 大家都絕對唔難理解啦。咁但係我哋點樣令到自己喺呢個市場裏面能夠站穩陣腳，甚至成功咧？就有咩創意、創新、批判思維、problem solving，OK， 解難問題、溝通、合作，同埋要認識咩？多元、全球化 ，OK， 同埋點樣去表達自己嘅清楚意思。咁社會學做啲咩？就係咪幫助你點樣？就係做緊呢樣嘢 ，creativity、innovation、critical thinking， 點樣去分析問題，甚至係好。咁俾大數據俾大家睇啦。咁究竟係點樣啦？呢個就2020年嘅情況就係同學仔畢業之後有啲咩做啊？你發覺其實同其他嘅社會科學係，譬如 GIS 啊，甚至係Geography 啊、History 好相似嘅。香港好多都係做咩？做同商業有關嘅嘢啦 ，marketing 啦 ，human resources 人力資源啦 ，OK 管理啦、行政啦 ，OK 咁有少同學咧就做咩？做 scientific research 嘅，即係做啲教研嘅東西嘅嘢。咁所以你見到其實讀社會學唔係冇嘢做喎，佢都係做呢啲嘢。因為點解咧？因為我哋學嘅嘢唔係一啲好專業嘅嘢，即係唔係好似醫生咁，你就係做醫生；工程師就做工程師。小學係俾一個所謂咩？一啲perspective 觀點 ，analytical tools 一啲分析工具，點樣 sharpen 你個 view。咁喺工作裏面點樣令到你可以點樣能夠適應嗰個所謂嘅全球化、快速變化、多元文化，同埋要有創意。我哋所謂嘅香港人講咩？食腦 ，OK 呢啲咁嘅嘢。好啦，咁我哋時間關係唔講啦，即係其實基本上我哋嘅都散佈喺唔同嘅領域裏面，政府啦、傳媒啦、管理啦、旅遊啦 ，OK。咁啊好多唔同類型，我哋都會搞唔同嘅類型活動，因為始終係大學都係一個除咗教學之外嘅一個研究嘅機構啦，有唔同類型嘅workshop 啦工作坊，譬如呢個講關於migration and inequality， 我哋講喂移民咁點樣同平等有咩拉上關係咧？我哋平時除咗教學之外，點樣就係同同學之間一啲嘅互動啦，燒嘢食啊 ，OK， 玩遊戲啦，慶祝一啲大型嘅一啲嘅節日嘅時候，老師都同學仔玩埋一齊啦。好，咁咧最後一樣嘢就係同學，如果真係有興趣或者想知多啲關於社會學嘅嘢，好簡單，我哋有我哋嘅咩網頁 ，OK，Facebook、Instagram，OK， 或者你介意打個電話嚟問我哋嘅秘書小姐，可以了解更加清楚，好嘛？咁就首先多謝大家，咁我將時間交翻俾Dr. Lee。OK，thank you very much for your attention. I pass the mic to Dr. Lee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chen.
Stop sharing.
So, yeah. Dr. Chen, could you stop sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Done. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to switch to Cantonese channel. So if you want English or maybe any question, just type in the chat box. So we may probably switch to English. It's okay. So I will go ahead with Cantonese. OK， 咁好精彩啊嚇！咁我哋幾位同事都介紹翻3個 major， 非常之精彩咁我哋有足本重溫嘅嚇，我哋會將我哋呢個webinar 咧擺上 YouTube 嘅咁所以大家有啲唔清楚咧可以重溫翻。咁亦都如果話對其另外嗰3個 major 有興趣咧，即係朝頭早嘅 session 咧，咁亦都可以喺 YouTube 上睇翻相當個 video。OK， 咁我哋去翻嚟啦，就講翻我哋呢個成個聯合招生嘅 program 嘅入學要求嘅咁我哋DSE 嘅成績啦，就中文3啦、英文3啦、數學2啦、通識教育2啦同埋兩科嘅 elective 都要3嘅。OK， 咁一啲對於更加 specific 嘅一個譬如我哋兩科選修 elective 嘅要求啦，譬如第一科咧，第一個 elective 咧就要 Cat A 啦咁包括埋 M1、M2。第二個 elective 咧就Cat A 或者係一啲 language subject， 但係要 E 或以上咁樣嘅。 咁一啲更加 detail 少少嘅嘢啦。當然我哋會最主要咧就睇翻 DSE 成績啦。咁當然啦，我哋會考慮翻其他因素嘅譬如話你choice banding 啦等等啦咁呢啲我哋會好一 set 嘅一啲 criteria 都會考慮嘅呢個 tiebreaker。講多少少啦。咁其實唔同學科之間咧，其實我哋嗰個 weight 都係一樣嘅，但係有一個位咧咁我哋英文咧嗰個 weight 係會係2嘅，咁其他見到都係1嘅，呢個係2嘅咁所以我哋英文好嘅同學咧係有着數嘅咁點解咁樣啦？雖然我而家講廣東話啦咁但係即係我哋嗰個幾個 major 咧最大部分嘅 course 咧都係英文授課嘅咁所以咧我哋都着重英文個成績嘅。OK， 咁呢個就俾大家參考嘅，就係往年我哋入學嘅 DSE 嘅成績啦咁有 medium 同埋 low quantile， 咁大家可以參考下嘅。咁當然啦，每一年嘅成績啦都要視乎翻嗰年嘅情況嘅。咁所以今年嘅情況係點樣咧？咁其實都好難講咁但係可以有個參考俾大家。咁有一樣嘢提翻大家，因為而家呢個 table 所有成績咧係我哋 book-based program 係有4個主修課程嘅時候嗰個DSE 成績嘅。咁嚟緊呢年咧，我哋有6個主修課程啦，咁可能咧嗰個分數上邊咧可能會有啲唔同咁樣但當然啦，呢個都係要睇翻一個實際嘅情況啦。咁呢個 table 俾大家參考嘅。OK 係啦，咁我即係都我哋咧就主要係我哋介紹嘅內容啦。咁我哋嚟到Q&A 嘅問答時間。當然啦，如果有更加 detail 嘅信息咧，大家可以 scan 個 QR code 啦，或者係我哋嘅 web page 咧睇多啲相關嘅詳情嘅OK， 咁我哋而家 Q&A 啦。咁大家咧可以chat box 打字啦，或者係舉手啦。舉手我哋會可能邀請你講嘢啦，即係 unmute 你啦咁樣咁其實我見到即係大家可以任何問題都得嘅，即係我哋 program 或者我哋特別我哋有3位同事我哋3個 major 嘅同事喺度咁大家都可以問嘅，中文英文都 OK 咁大家都隨便發問都 OK 嘅。咁我見有啲已經有人問啦咁我就讀一次個題目出嚟咁Should I put to Band A if I want an interview？ 即係話如果想要一個 interview， 我哋係咪要將我哋個 program 擺入 Band A 咧？其實我哋個 program 咧係唔需要 interview 嘅對大部分學生唔需要 interview。但係咧，如果你通過譬如校長推薦計劃等等比較一啲其他計劃入嚟咧，咁我哋就會安排 interview 嘅。但係對於考 DSE 咧通常大部分學生咧，我哋都係冇 interview 安排。咁當然啦，有樣嘢可能啱先我都有提過嘅，就係如果對歐研有興趣嘅同學仔咧，咁要留意翻啦。你入學嗰下咧，即係你都係通過申請翻我哋個 program 啦，入學啦係唔需要interview 嘅。但係你入嚟之後咧你揀歐研咧咁就要參加翻歐洲研究安排嘅 interview 咁呢個就答翻啱佢問題啦。咁關於嗰個banding 嗰個選擇咧，咁banding 係一個tiebreaker 嚟嘅咁即係可以咁講，即係如果你揀 Band A 咧係會有着數嘅咁一個 tiebreaker。啱先嗰個 table 都有show到出嚟嘅。OK， 咁我都見到有其他問題。我見有一個同學仔喺度舉手，係啦，都舉咗幾耐嘅我邀請你 ，OK， 舉低咗啦，可能唔小心撳錯，唔緊要，係啦 ，OK， 多謝你唔緊要。好，咁都有其他問題啦稍等下，我拉大個桌波。有同學仔問咧，每個課程裡面每個主修大概有幾多個名額？如果我入讀其他學系之後，是否可以選這個課程作為副修或者第二主修嘅？咁我先答你第一條問題啦。但係名額呢方面咧，我哋而家咧歐研咧係大概係30個嘅，因為歐研係早啲會揀嘅。咁但係對於其他5個 major 咧， 咁我哋要未作實到，因為每一年個情況咧都唔一樣嘅，因為我哋要考慮好多唔同嘅因素。咁所以等大家嚟咗之後咧，可能等即係第一學期或即係上學期或者下學期開始咧，咁我哋就會一個作實咗嘅名額咧，就俾大家嘅嚇。咁第二條問題啦，可唔可以副修或者第二主修咧？當然係冇問題嘅。我哋都好多同學仔咧都係咁做嘅，即係主修一科咁，同時咧就副修或者其他咁樣根據自己興趣咁樣嚇。咁多謝你嘅問題啦。OK， 咁我哋都有一個問題咧，關於 Combined Cert 嘅有冇年份限制？咁我邀請翻 Becky，hello， 我哋 Admission Office 嘅同事係解答翻呢個問題。
係今年入學嘅同學咧 ，Combined Cert 咧係冇年齡限制嘅，我哋都係攞住同學個別嘅科目最好嘅成績去計分嘅。
多謝你啊 ，Becky。我哋有冇問題？其實我都 overrun 咗都幾一段時間啦。咁我哋睇下有冇最 last 呢個問題啦。咁大家揸緊機會啦。我俾少少時間啦，等一等幾秒鐘嚇，有冇大家有問題？可能打字咁樣，但係需要啲時間。OK，咁如果冇特別嘅問題咧，咁或者大家完咗之後有問題咧，咁歡迎大家 contact 我哋 email 啊、打電話啊，或者上我哋嘅 web page， 咁我哋都非常之歡迎嘅。OK， 好啦，咁因為咁我哋都 overrun 咗比較耐啦，咁我哋就今日到此為止啦嚇。好，唔該晒幾位同事 ，thank you Fabian。So we finish the Q&A. Okay, thank you all the audience.